There are four basic stages in the archaeological process. The first stage is the formulation of a research strategy. So you come up with a question or a hypothesis, and then you design research to address those questions. For people like me, that question could be, what can the butchery patterns on turtle bones tell us about identity and diet at Port Royal? So I designed a research project where I was analyzing a faunal assemblage, or all the animal bones, from Port Royal, and I included things like bone photography, illustration, and data recording. On the commercial side, for companies that do cultural resource management, that question can be as simple as, is there anything of cultural significance in the ground where we want to put this building? The second stage is collecting and recording evidence, and this is usually done by a team of specialists conducting fieldwork. Now, it's true that you are looking specifically for evidence that will help you answer that question in the formulation stage, but archaeology is a destructive process. Once you excavate a site, you can never go back and re-excavate it. So every effort is made in this stage to record everything in as much detail as possible. The third stage is processing and analysis. And this stage can include things like conserving artifacts that are fragile or cleaning up dirty ones so that you can study them better. It can also include the use of chemicals on things like pollen or dirt samples so that you can get more information out of those samples. And the analysis part is, once you have all of your lab results back, all of the artifacts have been recorded and studied, and you've made catalogs, you take all of that and all of the notes that you took while you were doing your field work, and you do your analysis. This is your interpretation of what happened at the site. Lastly, the fourth stage is publication. So every professional archaeological organization has in their codes of ethics that you are supposed to make the results of your work public. And most of the time that means publishing an article or a book, but it can also be doing things like a website or helping a museum create an exhibit. Now, these stages aren't really a nice, clean, linear progression. You're bouncing back and forth all the time. Generally, fieldwork is conducted in the summer, and then you go and do some analysis and processing during the fall. And then the next summer, you'll go back and do more fieldwork. Usually sites are excavated for multiple years, and so you're bouncing back and forth between these four stages a lot. You're supposed to be publishing as you go along and constantly refining your analysis of what happened in the past.